Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. Um, it's the 100th video on this channel, so I thought I'd do something special. Like maybe, well, it's been a long-awaited video from some of my friends who know I have this channel that I do a video talking about my school. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Let's let's start talking. All right. So, first I'm going to give you guys a bit of a rundown about my school. So, firstly, uh we're looking at the school here, and let's just say that this right here is the ground, right? Then we got one building here, a small building. Then we have one big building over here. That kind of leads over here too, a bit, you know, and even like behind the other building, you know. Then, there's the yard is right here, you know. The school buildings are here, and then the yard is in front, you know. There's also a second yard behind the school, but we're not going to talk about that. Because today um today is the day that we got a break from school, a small break from school. And it's a I think it's a week long break, so I'm gonna be making videos. But anyway, where were we? Right. So today was a day where we all went, to different places, as some sort of fucking assignment thing. And I like many others that like many other students, I went to watch this tournament, this hockey tournament of different schools and shit. Our school was there too. All right, gotta get that away, you know. So we're in class, right? I'm just gonna draw a class here, you know. How would it go? Like a room, a big room, you know, with desks and shit. You guys can't see, can you? Like that. We got the desks here, different desks, and let's just say that I'm here, right? This is me. Let me just me. And well, let's just say that my friends are like right next to me. All right, my friends are like, well, except one dude. He's not in our class. He was some other dude. Um so yeah, we're listening to the teacher talking to us about this whole shebang, going to do these different kinds of things. And well, you know, then we gathered up outside, we gathered outside. We're here, like, let's just say that the entire school is there, you know. The entire school gathers up outside, to go to these different places. Um, we had to walk to the tournament, with, or well, if you could even call it that. Calling it a tournament is really generous, considering that the girls they just had to, like, use their what's it called that use in hockey. It's on the tip of my tongue here. Um, I don't know, but they had to use those, like, hockey stick things to, get the hockey puck into these small boxes, while the boys actually, like, played. There were different rounds, boys versus girls. Um, so let me just, you know, go into class. You know. So once we walked there, like, I'm drawing this, like, top down, top down, right? And we got that shit, like, it's like this huge ass ice rink, right? With these, like, bleachers around it. I suck at drawing. Um, then there's the people, like the boxes that the people come out of and, like, ice skate from. Then there was, like, hang on, let me just, yeah, that seems about right. Then the goals were here positioned. Then there were some places that you could go, like, over here and over here. Um, me and the boys, we went over here, like, me and the boys went over there. Um, and then we kind of switched places. We went from over there to over here. Mm, to watch in the middle of the game. We stayed here till the end of the game. We stayed here till the end of the game. Um, yeah, and the game, it was pretty boring. I will not lie. Um, and the walk there hurt my legs horribly. Like, fucking, my legs still kind of hurt. I just got home, but and once the game was over, right? I don't know the scores. I wasn't paying attention. Um, so once we got back to the school, right? We could leave anytime we wanted, but my dumbass went ahead, and I went back into class, to see if the teacher was there, you know. But the teacher wasn't there, right? The teacher wasn't even there. The teacher was gone. I think she was still coming over to the school. But then I just left. I went back to the front of the school. Nobody was there anymore. Literally no one. Well, except some people who are waiting for the bus and shit. But I went back into the yard, and I left. I just fucking left. You know. So today wasn't that exciting, but it could have been worse. It could have been worse, definitely a lot worse. But now, you know, now that I've made this video, talking about my school and shit, it's kind of, well, I don't know what my friends are gonna think. So, yeah. Some announcements. Okay? So, some announcements now. So, now, some announcements. Alright? So, firstly, I'm getting a new editor because, Snazgore, he's kind of taken a long time to answer me. I'm starting to think he's actually like died or some shit because he hasn't answered in like 2 months now or something. Um, we I don't really have anything else planned. I now that I'm on break from school, I'm gonna be making a lot more videos. My agenda is a minimum of 4 videos. During this break. And well, it's taken me almost a month to, make this video too. But I'm sorry about that. I've been working on some other shit. I've been practicing, playing the guitar and shit. You know, so yeah, I think that's everything I had today. So like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff you already know. Go join the Discord, follow me on Twitch, I'll make streams some other time, I make streams every like during every like major accomplishment, like subscriber goals and shit, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys some other time. Peace out.